So we're going to be looking at financial reports today within Sellozo. If you log into Sellozo and you click the financial reports tab on the left-hand navigation menu, you will see the financial reports. And you can see, all of the different costs laid out here. What we are doing is we're, taking all of the information directly from Amazon's API and inputting this within Sellozo. So all of this data is coming directly from Amazon's API. The only thing that we do not have is your costs of goods or the inbound shipping fees. You'll want to make sure that you input those specifically within the product view for those products. So that way we can grab all of the data and outlay it here as well. So when you first go to the financial reports tab, you'll notice the total sales, the costs, the profit, the overall margin. You can scroll down here and you can see more of a summary of the different costs laid out. For example, you can see the sales, the receipts, the refunds, the total revenue. And within that, you can also see it broken down even further. For example, for the FBA fees, we can see the specific charges that are associated with those FBA fees. Keep in mind that it is comparing the last 30 days window. So we have the current 30-day window, and then we have the last 30-day window. We can change that with our filters at the very top. So if we wanted to see a different time range, we could filter down to that. It also shows you the percentage change. So we can see the delta change of the profit, how it's changed over time or how it's changed over the previous period. If we scroll down, we can also see, the true profit and the true margin that's currently located at the very bottom of the screen. And then we can see more of a cost breakdown. So we can see where those costs are going. Where are most of my costs going, like over time? And I can see, what percentage is it going to those specific costs. So if we scroll back up again, one thing to note is that we can actually download this as a CSV. In the very upper right-hand corner, you'll also notice that it's defaulted to order. So throughout the entirety of the app, Sellozo displays its stats in order form. So whenever an order comes in, that is when it is recorded. You can switch this to events, where this is the actual financial event of the actual sale. So order is when the order actually happens. Financial event is when the financial event is actually finalized. So you will know differences between those numbers. You can easily switch that between order and event, and we'll switch that over for you as you toggle that back and forth. One thing to keep in mind too is that we do have the marketplace equal to US defaulted to the US state. If you remove this, you'll notice that it can bring in all of the different marketplaces that we have. So not just the US, but Canada, or if you're selling in other marketplaces, it will bring that in and you will be able to see that data for the entirety of the marketplaces. And one thing that's really cool about that as well is that if you remove that filter, it will give you even more of a breakdown of the FBA fees, such as the FBA removal fee, the storage fee, the gift wrap chargeback fee. So there's lots of different fees that Amazon associates with, and that's something to keep in mind when you're removing that filter at the very top. So we'll scroll back up and we'll go to the detail page. There's other tabs here if you notice at the very top. Detail page is very nice because it breaks down the products by the individual product itself. We can see the sales, the pending receipts, reimbursements. We can filter this by ASIN, parent ASIN, anything we want to, and we can download this as a CSV as well. This is really great if we want to see the cost broken down by product. Sales tax by location, this is also a really great thing as well. We automatically, Amazon automatically collects sales tax on specific locations. So you can come in here and see what taxes were collected in what city and what state or region those taxes were collected in. And then also within the other expenses tab, this is really great for inputting your other expenses. For example, if you have a regular subscription fee, or if you have specific product photography costs, or just a one-time or recurring cost, it's very easy to come in here and add this to your current expenses. You just click add here. You can enter the category, the date, the cost, the frequency. All of that stuff is really useful when we're able to just see what are my additional costs to my Amazon account. And that ultimately shows up in our overview for our financial reports. So that does it for the financial reports. And thank you for listening along, and take care.